There was a dream that I had about parallel universes 2 nights ago, and I cannot get what this woman said to me out of my head. Maybe you guys can help me make sense of it. In the dream, I was in college. And normally, when I dream about being back in college, I start lucid dreaming because I'm like, I've already been to college. But at one point, I was supposed to go to this library. So I'm standing outside of this hallway. The library was in somebody's apartment or condo or something. And I'm standing outside of it, and they looked like whispering and stuff. They were like wondering if they should let me in. I was like, I'm just trying to go to the library. So I go inside, there's a whole bunch of books. There's a bunch of people walking around, but it was like their home. Inside this apartment, there's a line that I just start to understand is there. And the line is a portal. So my boyfriend and I are chilling on the couch. People are walking around. And I knew that the line for this portal was on the other side of the couch. So I go over there and go into it. Nothing seemed any different. I kept living my life. Days go by and weeks go by. I don't remember what I was doing on the other side of the portal, but somehow I remembered that there was a portal in that apartment. So I go back to it. It looks completely different. It doesn't look the same at all, but I remembered where the line was. So I go past the line, and all of a sudden, I'm back in that exact moment on the couch with my boyfriend. He was acting like I never left. So I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on. I start freaking out a little bit. Then this older woman, she was probably in her 70s, she comes up and sits on the couch on the side that is not the portal. And she looks very kind. She puts her hands like in between her legs and she says, I wouldn't spend too much time over there. What? First of all, how did she know that I went over there? After the lady said I wouldn't spend too much time over there, the guy that was cooking in the kitchen goes, oh, don't listen to her. I look up at him and I'm like, so then I start understanding that this lady has known all of these like 20-ish year olds that are walking around for a very long time. On the other side of the portal, time does not exist. I don't really know how to explain it to you, but it was like you didn't age over there. Like time didn't go by the way that we view it over here. So you could go over there and live a year, 5 years, 10 years even, and then come back through that portal. And you'd be back in that exact moment as when you went through. I feel like it represents all the different parallel universes that are out there. And I was just trying to figure out why this lady told me that I shouldn't be spending time over there. I had this really bad feeling that something had triggered her to say that to me that she wanted me to learn from. And I can't figure out what it was. But I look up at the guy in the kitchen that was cooking food. And I said, how long have you been alive? And the lady chimes in and she says, we used to be the same age. I just want to know why she said that I shouldn't be spending too much time over there and why he told me not to listen to her. What was she trying to tell me? Make another crock pot. It's going to be chicken this time. And I'm sort of making this recipe up based off of a couple of other recipes. It's gonna be like the lemony white wine vegetable recipe. We're gonna cut up 2 peppers, 1 orange, 1 red. We're gonna put our peppers in our slow cooker. I got sliced baby Bella mushrooms. I didn't put all of them because it seems like a lot of mushrooms. Maybe I should have sliced them a little bit before, whatever. And then a bunch of carrots. A lot of people were like, oh, I would have just cheated and put the baby carrots in. The reason that I'm still not using baby carrots is because I bought this huge bag. So I'm going to use some more of these carrots. We're going to peel them. Then we're going to add our carrots. I'm going to put some green beans in there. I really like green beans. This time when I cut up the garlic, I'm going to use gloves because I walked around all day on my birthday with my hands smelling like straight garlic and I couldn't get the smell off. Y'all are probably gonna give me some hack in the comments of how to get the smell off. Oh, and I did learn something from you guys that last time, okay? I didn't know. I never claimed to be a great cook, okay? But we all gotta eat, okay? So I didn't know the skin would peel off that easily if you crushed it. Now we cut up this garlic. Somebody along the way, my mom, my dad, somebody probably taught me that thing about the garlic, but I never really paid attention. I don't like cooking. I don't even like eating, really. I mean, I like eating when it tastes good, but I think the whole process of eating is such an inconvenience. Planning the meal, having to prepare it and wait for it. I don't enjoy any of it. God bless the people that love cooking, because it's not me. All right, then we're gonna add our garlic. I should sprinkle this in. We add our chicken breast. Now I'm gonna add half of a lemon, about a cup of white wine. That's about 8 ounces, right? And you can add chicken broth. I just didn't feel like, to be honest, I forgot to get chicken broth at the store. I'm gonna add some rosemary. I do not add salt to my food. You are more than welcome to add salt to your food but you can't take it out of the dish. You can always add more. Thyme, basil leaves. We're just gonna stick these right on the top. Stick a sprig of rosemary on the top. This is gonna be so pretty. No salt, because I have high blood pressure, so. Some pepper. For decoration, we're gonna put these lemons. We're gonna turn it to low. All right, ready to go. It's been like 9 hours. Finally ready to eat it. Oh, this is so good. You guys remember that video that I did a year ago about my toddler calling my ex-husband's new wife mama? Y'all remember that? I was on The View. I was in People magazine. That video was on September 30th. Right there, 9.5 million views. So I know a lot of y'all know what I'm talking about. Since it's been a year, I'm here to give all of you guys an update. I'm not gonna lie, it still irks me that he calls her mama. She has stolen that name from me. Like when people are like, let mama do it, I'm like, that's not what he calls me. It breaks my little mommy heart. But since then, she has had another baby with my son's father. And so my son Ryder has a little baby sister. I'm so happy for them. I'm so happy for my son that he has more siblings. The more the merrier with family. She and I communicate pretty often, I would say. If I never had to talk to my ex-husband again, or Ryder's dad again, that would be the ideal situation, but that just isn't how it is. So co-parenting is something that I'm having to do. So I'm talking to her, and I actually do enjoy talking to her. She is so nice. And she takes care of Ryder like he is her own. And she sends me pictures. She updates me on things that they're doing. She is so good to Ryder. And I can tell he can talk now, guys. So he would tell, because he tells on everybody all the time. He makes up stuff. We always are calling each other like, did he say that? Did he do this? Did you do this? What happened here? Like, we're always communicating, and I appreciate her so much. It's going very well. I know she watches my TikToks, and I really don't care. She doesn't know that I'm making this post. The last year, when I posted the whole thing about like him calling her mama, she texted me right away with a very long text message and was like, clearly you and your ex, her current husband, don't communicate very well. And I was like, you think? I am a little salty a lot of times. Like, it breaks my mommy heart that he calls her mama, but I never correct him. I just don't call her that. I call her by her name. And I think he notices that because he says her name a lot in front of me, but I'm never going to shame him for that. I'm never going to do that. I don't want to make this weird. I'm just trying to not traumatize my kid. Okay. And I just appreciate her for doing the same. Like, I really couldn't have asked for a better stepmom for Ryder. And I do believe that if the marriage ends up not working out, God forbid, I believe that she'll stay in Ryder's life.